Good morning, y'all. Good morning. I hope everybody's having a great morning. This morning we are making a Mexican breakfast. I'm going to make a breakfast quesadilla. I have my roasted potatoes in the oven. And we're going to make a margarita mimosa. Today I'm cheating a little bit. I'm using a margarita mix already mixed with the liquor. But it's going to add a little slush and wake us up a little bit. So again, like I said, I've already got my roasted potatoes in the oven. So I'm going to get started on my eggs. And I'm using egg whites, which will give you that meaty flavor. And I'm going to season them just as I would a quesadilla. I'm using salt, black pepper instead of red pepper flakes because I looked in the cabinet and I don't have any red pepper flakes, but we're going to improvise. Paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, some sazon, some cumin, and some chili powder, and also some onion flakes to give it that body. I don't like to use traditional cut up onions because I don't like the bite of it, but the minced onions work just as well. Minced or chopped onions, dried. For some reason, they have a better chance with me. And I'm also using some sazon. And that's going to give us our color, as well as the paprika and the chili powder. And I don't have a traditional press for like paninis and things, so I'm using my waffle iron, which works just the same and just as great. And the great thing about my waffle iron is that I have a 4-part waffle iron, so when I'm done, I could just separate them with no problem into 4 quarters. It makes my quesadilla a lot easier to manage. And as you see, I'm seasoning it in the pan. I want the seasoning to be consistent throughout. When I'm making an omelet or just regular eggs, I do normally mix everything in a bowl beforehand. Trying to do this with one hand, y'all bear with me. And you see that yummy color that we get. Now, I don't know if you can see, my waffle iron is already plugged up and on and going. It's just waiting on me to come over there with my eggs. And I'm using a cheese blend, a Mexican cheese blend. It has Asadego cheese. I'm sorry, y'all. Asadego cheese, as well as queso cheese, cheddar cheese, and pepper jack cheese. Now we're going to transfer over. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our cheese down first. And my waffle iron is already sprayed down. And get my eggs in there. Hey Shay, thanks for watching. I'm one-handing it right now, so y'all bear with me. And what we're going to do, I have some sweet peppers already sauteed and some bacon already cooked. And I have red, orange, and yellow peppers to give it a nice little sweet and tangy flavor. I'm going to add my bacon. And some more cheese. Gotta have the cheese. That's our glue, because we're not using any queso sauce. I'm just gonna press it down first and then close my top. And you want to let this go for about 5 minutes or till your cheese is melted all the way. Alright, now we're going to move on to our morning drink. Now, regular mimosa is just simply orange juice and your favorite choice of champagne. Now, this morning, I have decided to do a margarita mimosa, which is just your traditional mimosa recipe mixed with some margarita. And I did not have the tequila, which is used to make the margarita, so I improvised. I had margarita daily in my freezer, and I tried it, and it gave it a good slush to it, and I enjoyed it. So my favorite color is pink, so I went with the pink Moscato champagne as opposed to your traditional champagne. And it makes for great flavor as well as a fun color for your drink. So I want to go ahead. I don't know if y'all can see. And what you want to do, you want to coat the bottom of your glass with orange juice. You want to get your margarita or your margarita mix, in our case, in your glass. Try not to get too much slush in the splash. There we go. And we have our champagne, which you want to pour over. You want to pour slow because you don't want your champagne to bubble over too much. Come on. And it has a nice little bubble. And it looks like our quesadillas might be ready. And you see that nice golden top. No muss, no fuss. I'm going to let the bottom go for a few more minutes. I'm going to come over and get our potatoes out of the oven. So they should be nice and roasted. Now, what I did for my potatoes is I put everything in my cast iron skillet pan. So, what I did was I made my bacon in that pan. And then once the bacon was done, I boiled my potatoes so it can have a nice chewy, potatoey center. And then I put the potatoes right in the pan with the bacon grease. And then I seasoned them with onions, paprika, a little chili powder, a little sazon, a little onion and garlic. And I put them right in the oven. And that gave us this beautiful potatoes that you saw. And all in all, everything takes me about, I want to say, a good 15 minutes. Prep time takes about 10 if you're doing the potatoes because you have to pour boil them, or you can just let it go. Not necessarily have to pour boil them, but I find that you get a better flavor, better consistency when you pour boil them. And that is it, guys. I hope you guys are having a great morning, and I will post up pictures later.